chapter. Statistics is one of the easiest chapters that you need to make sure that you fully understand. So I think let's break it down into a units. Let's say under unit number 1, this is what you need to fully understand, the honorable members. They call these measures of central tendency. Under unit 1, measures of central tendency. Yes, this is what they call it. But in short, the honorable members, you don't need to worry that much about that which says measures of central tendencies. But what you need to be aware of is the following: the mean, the median, and the mode. That's what you need to be aware of under unit number 1. Maybe let's say under unit number 2. Unit number 2. Yes, let's say under unit number 2. And this is what we call measure of dispersion. Don't worry that much for now. Everything will make sense at a later stage. Measure, let's see, this is measures of dispersion. Under measures of dispersion, I've got a list of things that you guys need to learn about. Let's say number 1, it's what we call the range. And then secondly, it's what we call the quartiles, the quarters, the honorable members. And then from there, we're going to study the interquartiles. The interquartiles. But this one, it's interquartile range. Let me write it that way. So 2 things, the honorable members. It's either you are writing as I'm writing, but I always advise you to just take a screenshot once I've written everything, just so that you are able to see what I'm writing and you're able to listen at the same time. So these are the notes that will guide you in terms of what you need to study. Don't get to a situation where you only understand unit 2, but you don't know or understand unit 1. You need to study this chapter in that order. So let's see, interquartile range, it falls under unit number 2. And then from there, we also need to talk about what we call the semi-interquartile range. It doesn't end there. There's also what we call the percentiles. This is where we talk about the percentages, but you might not need to worry that much about that. And most importantly, the 5 number summary. That's all that you need to learn under unit number 2. And then the last unit, not necessarily the last, but for us it's going to be our last unit, being unit number 3. This is where you need to learn box and whisker plot, the honorable members. Box and whisker plot. Box and whisker plot. I think this is where now someone can take a screenshot. I am trying to take a screenshot also on my side. Let me see. Okay. I have taken my screenshot, the honorable members. Let's see. Guys, are you still there with me? And did you guys take your screenshots? Are we still together there? Guys, are we still together?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, 100%. Let's see. Nhlamulo. Who else? Okay, Gemina and Nhlamulo. Remember, guys, in case if you want to say something, make sure to unmute your mic, and then you'll be able to make a comment. So I think for now, the honorable members, let's try to discuss all under unit number 1. I will need to remove all of this. I'm pretty much sure that you guys did take a screenshot, and it is for that reason that enables me to erase all of that. And then we are going to discuss in detail the content under unit number E. So let's see. What are we going to talk about under unit number 1? These are the things that we're going to talk about. Number 1, maybe let's talk about the mean. What is meant by the mean? So the mean, it's actually same as average. So Gemina, when someone says the mean, they are simply referring to the average. So that means examiner can talk about the mean or the average. The average or the mean. This average or the mean, it has a formula. So it's either you regard that as an average or the mean. This is the formula which says the mean of the average is equals to, you add, this is the sum, that sign, it means the sum, which means you add all the numbers that you may be given, then you divide by that number. It might not make sense at this point in time, but let's say okay, come VV 8 2 times per day. Liyahluma 8 4 times a day. Let's say Gemina 8 7 times a day. Let's see who's on the line. Okay, Mbali 8 just once a day. I think Ndlamulo it's too much. This one I think 8 17 times in a day. Just as Mamutombeni, I think you, the honorable member, you don't eat that much, you just ate 3 times. So they might say, calculate the average or the mean of the times at which grade 10 learners generally eat per day. So we know the honorable member ate 2 times, another one 4 times, another one 7 times, another one once, another one 17 times, another one 3 times. So we just want to know that averagely, how many times does a grade 10 learner eat per day? So averagely, it's like we're saying we can't just say 2 times, we can't just say 4 times or 7 times. So we need to have an average of those. So that is why when you calculate the average or the mean, you use that formula based on that data that is given. So how are you going to work it out? This thing which says the sum of the x values, it means the sum of this. So it simply means that 2, you plus it by 4, you plus it by 7, you plus it by 1, you plus it by 17, you plus it by 3. That divided by n, this n, it means how many honorable members ate those many times. We had who was it? Was it Kamvivi there? Ejemina, we had Mbali, Mamuti, Nhlamulo, Tini them Tinis. How many honor? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we had 6 honorable members who ate different times per day. So when we calculate all of that, what answer are we getting, the honorable members? So let's see. We are then going to say fraction pattern. We say 2 plus 4 plus 7 plus 1 plus 17 plus 3. At the bottom, we say divided by 6, and then we get a 5.6. 5.66, which to the nearest value, we can just say 6. It's actually 5.67 rounded to 2 decimal places, and then you can still just say 6. So, in short, it simply means that averagely, on average, a grade 10 learner averagely eats 6 times per day. Then, if, for example, they went to everyone's home to say, you have a grade 10 learner, how many times do they eat at home? And then they say 2 times, they go next door, 3 times, they go next door, 5 times, they go next door, 1 time, they go next door, 13 times. Then they collect all that data and use this formula to know averagely how many times does a grade 10 learner eats per day. Then that feeding scheme, you guys eat at school. Then they are going to say, in South Africa, a grade 10 learner eats averagely 6 times per day. Then when they bring the food at school, they are going to bring the food which is enough to be eaten 6 times per day. So that is how collected data is being used. We make use of that data to calculate, to say by estimate or averagely, we need to send the food which is going to be enough to be eaten 6 times per day by each learner. Did that make sense regarding the mean or the average, the honorable members? Did you guys understand what I was explaining there?
Yes, we did, sir.
But is it everyone who understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, 100%. So now I'm going to remove all of that, and then we talk about the median. What we spoke about was the mean and average, same WhatsApp group. So now let's talk about the median. These words are actually self-explanatory, the honorable members. Median simply means middle. Median, middle. So when we talk about the median, we talk about the middle value, the honorable members, in a sample group which is arranged in ascending order. Let's maybe talk about what we discussed regarding those. So the same explanation. You see, Kamvivi, it's let me do this. Let me do that. Okay. I'm going to say Kamvivi, it's how many times? Let's say 2 times per day. What about Yemina? Yemina, let's say 3 times per day. Mbali, 1 time. Mamti, maybe let's say 4 times. Nhlamulo, maybe 9 times. Yeah. Teeny them teenies. Okay, 7 times. Let's see who else. Okay, that was the last one. Me, I just ate 1 time. Okay, so now when we talk about the median, the honorable members, which could be referred to as the middle value. The median, you find it after rearranging that sample in ascending order. Remember, we've got what we call ascending order and descending order. Ascending order and descending order. This one is from small to bigger number. This one from a bigger to smaller number. I'm just not sure if we are still together, the honorable members. So, this one of the median, that's when we need to arrange these values in ascending order. So that means we can start with 1 and 1. So that means when we arrange them, it's 1, 1. The next value is going to be 2. Then we write 2 there. I think it's 3. Then we write 3 there. What comes after? It's 4. And then it's going to be 7. And lastly, it's going to be 9. So can you see? We have rearranged that sample in ascending order, in increasing order, from small to bigger value. So now let's check which one is going to be the middle value. We have a value there, value there, value there, value there, value there, value there. So can you see this one? It is the middle value. Therefore, this is what we call our median. So a question will come where you are just given all of that. An examiner is just going to say, give us the mean. You know the mean, you add all of this and you divide by how many honorable members. But when it comes to the median, you need to have all of that arranged in that order. That means you firstly need to arrange in order and check which value is in the middle, and that becomes your median. I'm not sure, guys. Am I not losing you there? Why do I feel like I'm losing you, the honorable members? Mm-hmm. Guys, are we still together there regarding the median?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, 100%. So now I'm going to remove all of that and we discuss the last part. And then from there, I'm going to challenge you guys with something to quickly work it out and submit before you guys sleep. Remember, this chapter, guys, not that much complicated. You need to make sure that you maximize your marks on this one. So the mode, what is meant by the mode? It is that value that appears most often. So for me to make it simple, I used to say it appears a lot. That value that appears a lot. So to keep it simple, not necessarily simple, but to keep it the way in which it is recommended in textbooks, they're saying that value that appears most often. Most often simply means it appears more than other values. Example again, Nhlamulo eats 2 times per day, Kamvivi eats 7 times per day, Uyemina eats 3 times per day, Mbali Jikjeka eats 2 times per day, Dungu de Mutungus 5 times per day, let's see, Mamuti, eats just 2 times per day, Dini them Dinis. This one is too much. 18 times per day. You will be given that, an examiner will just say, that is the mode. What is the mode in that sample? It's like they're saying, in that information regarding how many times grade 10's learners eat per day, how many times do they oftenly eat? Just says, there I think Silungu siyabaleka libantala kaNkulunkulu. How am I going to ask this one? It's like they are saying, so the mode appears most often. It's like how many times? This one I need to think about it until I'm able to simplify it. It's like they are saying, which times do grade 10 learners eat the most? No. The mode, I already see what the mode is, but I'm trying to derive a question. It's like they're saying, okay, what is that value that repeats itself the most? And that value tells us to say many learners eat so many times per day. So the mode, it is that number that repeats itself the most. And that number is 2. So that means many learners eat 2 times per day. The others, like this one, that one, and that one, they just eat. They just eat. Maybe it's because they like food, or maybe it's because they've got extra food, or maybe it's because they eat little food and whatever. Remember, guys, it doesn't necessarily mean that the mode is the smaller number. Nee. It could have been 7, it could have been 3, it could have been 5, could be 18. It's all about what is that number that repeats itself the most. So that means in answering the question of what is the mode, you're just simply going to say the mode is equals to 2. It is the number that appears most often. So that when you analyze the data as the analyst, you would make a conclusion and say, actually, many learners like eating just 2 times per day, because it's many honorable members who eat just 2 times per day. But others, we don't know what's happening with those ones who eat at different times per day. But does it make sense now, the honorable members, or am I still losing you on that one? Or are we on the same page?
Yes, sir.
Mm. Guys, are we still together there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
100%. This is what I'm going to give to you guys as a quick homework. You do it now and submit it now before you sleep. Okay, let's see. Maybe how many learners? Let's say 1, 3. Yes, the number of letters in the first names of 13 learners was recorded. Okay, this is the question, the honorable members. Let's say in this class, how many guys? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, it's 7 of you. And then let's see, Kamva Joni. Kamva, your name has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Your name has 5 letters. Nhlamulo 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's say 8 letters. Jemina 2, 4, 6, 7. Jemina it's 7 letters. Mbali is 2, 4, 5. It's 5. And then Liatluma is 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Okay, let's see. Mamutomben is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. I think it's 11. Let's see. Teeny them teenies. 2, 4, 5. Okay, so can you guys see? These are the number of letters of your names, the honorable members. So now I'm going to ask you questions based on that sample. Okay, so that is the sample. So remember, guys, I just said I'm going to count the number of letters. No, yes, the letters of your name, the number of letters of your name. Yes. So now I'm going to ask a question based on that. This is what I'll need you guys to calculate. Number 1, calculate the mean. Number 2, calculate the median. Number 3, calculate the mode. Yes, this is all that you need to calculate, the honorable members. I will then leave it there. But let me quickly explain to you how will this help you in real life. Jemina, let's say for some reason, as the honorable members, you are then sent to a different country to represent South Africa, and you're going to be living there for whatever number of years. So when you get to that country, let's say, for example, they say, what nickname would you like us to call you, since we are not able to pronounce, let's say, Mamtombeni. So when you get there, you can just say, okay, I'm going to go to this province and ask them, what is the number of letters of your name? Some would say 17, and then you go to other province, some will say 29, the other province, some will say maybe 19, the other ones will say maybe 30, the other ones will say maybe 25. Then you sort of have an idea to say, averagely, in this country, their names averagely have, let's say, 15 letters. Then that means even when I choose a nickname, if I choose a nickname that has 15 letters, it is going to be relevant, or they are not going to be surprised. Imagine if averagely their names have, let's say, 15 letters, and yourself, you call yourself Des, which is DES. It has 3 letters. They are going to laugh at you for the next 5 years, because they will be surprised to say, why is your name so short? Des. Whereas their name, you find that someone has got the name called the honorable member of the opposition party. That is the name of someone. When you call them, hey, the honorable member of the opposition party, come here, let's play. So it's normal in their culture. But yourself, you say your name is Des, Heaven. They are going to be surprised. So this is where now this type of a calculation helps you to say, in South Africa, we've got people having names which has letters of about 5, 8, 7, 5, 9, 11, 5. Then you can calculate to say averagely, maybe it's about 6. Then even if you name yourself with a name that has 6 letters, we won't be surprised, as opposed to, for example, you name yourself with a name that has 30 letters. Does it make sense, the honorable members, how this type of information helps us? Someone has got, what is it? This is proof that you are attending the honorable member. Who is this? Who's got, is the Mutungus. Tungu the Mutungus. We can see you, the honorable member. How is it going there? Ungasabi. Hi. Tungu the Mutungus. This is proof that you are attending the honorable member. Tungu, can you see that we are seeing you, the honorable member? Liya Suma Tungu. Tungu Tungu. Hewan. Can the honorable member hear me? Okay. Guys, did you understand what was explained in today's lesson? Did you all understand?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, 100%. So this is what you're going to do very quickly, and you are going to then submit. I'm going to give you guys a link that you click, and you just take a photo of your answers, then you send. That's how I'm going to know if you guys did understand or not. So this brings us to the end of our lesson for today. I'm just going to be waiting for you guys to send before I go to sleep. So just make sure that you work it out and you submit. So ladies and gentlemen, regarding the code, just comment with whatever that you learned in today's lesson. If you think I've mentioned something which you feel like it was very much important and you were not aware of, comment with that, and that is going to be the code for today's lesson. So guys, thanks very much for joining. My name is Desmond, and I'm out.